Okay, so hopefully you guys can all see my lighting is not working right now. Hmm. Or is it? Let me see. Hmm. At least I think there's some light like that, but I'm gonna do Cancer. I'm going live now because it's easier for me to keep up with being more consistent. So just to let you know, if you would like to have a private reading with me, you can book that on my website, or you can also book on my Etsy shop. If you would like to be read free by a psychic practice group that I lead, I'll leave all that information. It's free. You just need to give feedback to the readers. So let's start. So what do we have for Cancer for what? What is this about? It's weird. What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer for the month of August? I feel like there's a lot of emotional fight that keeps popping up, like emotional fights, bummed out, but yet forced to move forward and still being proactive to what you need to do in order to succeed. Okay, so yeah, like, okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys, a lot of cancers are feeling very emotional. There's a lot of mental chaos. There's a lot of sad moments that you could be living at the moment for August. You can be going through a lot of identity questions and also denial. So like there's a sense of denial to certain things as well at the same time. You just might be very much soul searching and trying to really understand yourself and your destiny in this world. So you're very much in a reflective mode right now. I feel like you also feel very lonely, sad, and disappointed. There's a lot of things that have happened that has made you feel like you're actually alone in this world. You also been forced to kind of leave a situation or detach yourself or not really count on anybody. It's kind of like you feel like, I gotta approach a certain situation in a very strategic way, but like don't expect anything from them, you know? And you might feel very disappointed, because there's some sort of emotional investment. Maybe you feel like you have love for these people, um, but yeah, like you're forced to look at things as they are. So there's a lot of introspection. You're very much in deep thought. You're analyzing. You're feeling sleepy and tired due to a lot of emotion through your day. So you might be feeling very emotional, but you feel very sleepy at the same time because of how heightened your emotions are. Um, I feel that you're trying to look for truth. You're seeking truth and wisdom within yourself. And for some of you guys, I feel like you guys are trying to get that by either getting divination readings or things like that, getting a lot of readings like that, or watching a lot of videos like this. So you want your alone time right now, like you need it. Um, I feel like for some of you guys, there could be some sort of connection or romantic relationship that you had no other choice but to leave it alone. So there's no option. Like you have no other option, but to just let it go. But I still feel like you're very much questioning like what to do. I feel like for some of you guys, you guys are just very emotional because of your work. There's something that you don't like about your job and it's making you feel very unsettling within yourself. You need a break from work, but yeah, you can't. Maybe your health is also like your health is making you have a hard time working in general. I feel like, for the month of August, you are being seen like a person who's soul searching. You're seeking your own truth. You're seeking out spirituality as well. There's a lot of stress going on about other themes in life as well. You're gonna be very ungrounded, so make sure that you remind yourself to be grounded. At least go have walks because I do see you really wanting to be by yourself and alone in your room, snacking. So so you could remain grounded. At least have a 15-minute walk outside. And I feel that there can also be nightmares or bad dreams where people from your past are coming in, so that's even adding more to your emotional state. It just disturbs your sleep. I also feel like for some of you guys, if you guys are sleeping with candles on, that is also disturbing your sleep. So make sure your candles are off because it's really interfering with your sleep. Um, I feel like you know, if you're a person who tends to when you get emotional, when you're stressed, or you're not doing you're not really feeling that good. Like I feel like for some you guys could go into this habit of either smoking or drinking something, some sort of bad habit. It can also be like binge eating. So just be careful of like going back to things that you don't want to do. And for some, I feel like it's hypersexuality, you're wanting or seeking just quick pleasures to make yourself feel better. Like you really gotta step back and really see like is this even something I should do or not? Um I feel like you will get to your senses. I feel like you're gonna get to a point where you're more focused, especially on yourself. You're gonna start putting yourself more first and start even like focusing more on your money, being more controlling of your emotions, focusing on your life, and you're removing anybody who's trying to block you or drain you, or any energy vampires are gonna be, or any selfish people are gonna be definitely pushed in the back. So I feel like you're gonna come into your sense, like you're gonna come into your own power. You're not gonna allow your emotions to take over so much. Like you're not playing around. You're very focused, and your inner power is gonna enlighten, like it's gonna light up. But you gotta go through this first. I feel like on August. But I feel like eventually you're gonna come into this position of being very, very focused in your material life. You know, your root chakra is gonna be very lit. Um, for some of you guys, you can have there could be either a father who's gonna be helping you out, or some sort of father figure is gonna be helping you or wanting to help you. Um, mm, mm, I just feel like I feel like either it's gonna be your father, or it's gonna be someone who is like a father, or someone who's older who's gonna talk to you about, like they're gonna give you some emotional advice. about being stuck in this negative mindset about your work and your finances. And I feel like they're gonna give you very good advice, and you're gonna end up doing what they said. You're gonna take that advice, and you're gonna see that they were right. So I feel like some sort of elder person or father is going to be telling you something that you're actually gonna take. And I feel like it's gonna happen this month. And I feel like you're gonna be feeling like they were definitely right. Sometimes I feel like you're gonna be thinking like, sometimes I gotta push through my emotions and try to really stay positive. Even though it might feel very hard. Um, I feel too like for some like well for most of you guys, I feel like you might think sometimes that like I feel like you forget to give yourself credit in regards to how much you do. I feel like sometimes you question your own work. You don't really look back sometimes and be like, oh my God, I did do a lot. It's like you forget. It's like you focus on everything that you haven't done. Um, you start questioning, you start like, you focus too much on what you don't have, and you don't remember like all the things that you've done, like all the things that you have grown actually. Um, I feel like there's some sort of stress in regards to money. There's some stress about money. It could be that you owe money, or that there's something about money that has you a bit thinking about it in a very hyper focused way. I feel like too, like certain situation or connection, some sort of romantic, something that made you feel like there was gonna be something has left you very bummed out and heartbroken. You might have felt really rejected, not chosen. You probably feel like you got played bad, like you should have known better and that you saw it coming, but you still move forward with it, even though there was insecurities about the growth of it. Um, you still, when you were in the connection, there was a lot of questioning the relationship because of certain clues or certain things that you would see, but yet you would ignore. You were like, no, I'm still gonna move forward with this person for whatever reason. And now you're feeling like why did I do that? Like it was there all along. Like so you feel very bummed out. Like you just gotta move forward. Like that's all you can do is move forward. And yeah, grieve it. You live and you learn. It sucks. Sometimes it's so hard. So trust me, I get it. But I feel like something like that is going on. um, I just feel like there's a lot of feelings of, like you thinking like I played myself. And I feel like that not only means in your romantic life, but played yourself also in something else. Like it could mean also like in your work, your job, your project. You might feel like you played yourself. You like you feel sort of like scammed, lied to, just like you just feel like, nah, this is just so morally wrong? Um, um, like who like justice is gonna be served, so will be served. Karma will be served. Yeah, there's unhappiness. There can be like a relationship that is just not, with these cards popping up like this, is just like a lot of disappointment, messy situation. For some of you guys, the person could have been like taken already or in a relationship. Well, let me use the other ones. Oh my God, I don't know. What's okay? So let's see. What else for Cancer? The month of August. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. So this one is a Seven of Swords, okay? The Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Ace of Wands in the world. Okay, so the first one, it says someone spell work with intentions of causing death or bodily harm to you. Death spells. Okay. And then the second one says blessing blockers attempt. Someone is sending negative energy to provoke spiritual attacks against you. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I always use all my abilities in order to um interpret all these cards. So I feel like the first card about the death spell, I feel like a lot of you guys been feeling very much like you don't want to be in the world, you know? I don't feel like it's like, doing something physically, but I feel like it's just a wishful passive sort of thought, that you've been having. And I feel like, you've been having a lot of spiritual attacks. There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on in your life, and I feel like people are sending you a lot of negative energy. They don't see you succeed. They want to like put rocks in your path in order to not feel safe. With this card, I feel like you need to cleanse your energy. Like I said, you need to cleanse your energy, like cleanse your energy, pray the rosary every day, uh go to church, soak in all that church energy that really helps rejuvenate your energy to a more powerful state to yourself and to your higher self. um I feel like it will really help you come back to yourself, and not be in this mindset of like, I just want to be done, like I don't want to be here sort of feelings, you know? I feel like um there's people around you that they don't really have the best intentions, about you. Um so I feel like it's more than one person I don't even talk to like that that have evil eye against you, and they just don't want to see you win. They just don't. So just cleanse yourself, like it's really important. I feel like there's a need of prayer here. Sometimes, the person doesn't have energy to even pray because there's so many things going on, like You don't even have the energy to pray. So if that's happening to you, I have in my Etsy shop something called prayer. I forgot even the name, but I offer something that I pray for you instead of you doing it yourself. I could pray for you the whole rosary. It really helps a lot, because sometimes you just can't do it for yourself. You feel so drained out of life. And these prayers really help uplift you. So if you're interested in that, you can see that in my Etsy shop. If you need um, a lift, a lift or a prayer, it will really lift up your spirit. Because you really do need it from what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so major curse breakthrough, sunshine cleaning, cleansing needed. Someone wants to hijack your life, take what you've accomplished for themselves. Identity theft spell. Okay, with the first card, I feel like there's a lot of generational curses, that are manifesting within you, and you know what I'm talking about. If you can resonate with this, you know what I'm talking about. Um, unfortunately, you're carrying as well, and you're trying to really break through that. You don't know how, but you're trying. It says here sunshine cleansing needed. Some of you guys need to check your vitamins or go need to check if your vitamin D is well or not. Or I feel like this also means you need to get out the house. You're too much in the dark. Like you're not even getting sunshine. Like go out for a walk, 15 minutes, go to the park, or go somewhere. There's gonna be some sort of sun. But there's a need of going outside. And for this one, it's funny because this one says identity, death spell. Hold on. Do you see it? Hopefully you do. Identity theft spell. So someone wants to hijack your life and take what you've accomplished for themselves. So for this, I feel like people are really hating. I feel like they see their potential, but you don't see your own potential. Like they see that there's some like kind of like, there's something about this person. They have potential, but I don't want them to see it. So there's something like that happening, like hater vibes, and then I feel like it's causing you to all of a sudden have like an identity crisis, feeling like very lost, unsure of who you are and what you want. So I feel like for the month of August, definitely be a hermit, reflect, but at the same time, pray. If you can't pray, find someone who can pray for you, or you can have that supported by my Etsy shop and focus on like getting some sun, checking your vitamins, especially if you're iron deficient, you have history of that, definitely check that. And really study like your family dynamics, in order to break free from it. You might need to set some boundaries, from what I'm seeing. So I feel like it's definitely a reflective mode for August. And please take care of yourself. Um, I feel like here there's a need of psychological help as well. So therapy or counsel or anything like that will be very beneficial for you. Speak to someone you trust so you don't have everything like inside of you, just stuck inside of you. I feel like talking to someone you trust will be very helpful. But that's all I pick up. Thank you.